Hello students, welcome to this ESP32 Smart Light. 光是在 teaching. Today we have two experiments. The first is a local flowing bubble code lamp.
After powering on the ESP32, all 12 lamp tables will be connected to one section.
Lights up all at once. Loop switching to red. Blue, yellow. The four colors flow like water, transforming and transforming in a transition. Each LED bead can be controlled independently. The effect is not much better than ordinary RGB lighting. Let's see the second test of this graph. Then QTT is globally synchronized with intelligent production.
Lamp ESP32 automatically connects to Y5 after powering on.
Connecting to the globally renowned ones. Charlie Skyrim, unconnected project. We only need to specify the epidemiological color. Not only does the light strip change color synchronously with the tape.
All devices with connection to the Sagami worldwide
will switch colors together with our lights.
It truly realizes cross-rate IoT connectivity.
Lighting changes. Let me explain the timing of the match used in this Xiang model. WS2812 Smart Pearl Login. Each WS2812 bead is integrated internally. A dedicated zone was activated.
iPhone Z and RGB triple emission chips.
A single mainline is used. NZR communication protocol supports 24-pin design.
It can support over 16 million colors.
Fengzu says that ordinary RGB DENG can only control one string. DN color. Each WS2812 user has its own unique owner. Of the numerical components, with just one data cable, you can control each user individually. Color and brightness, and you can even have an infinite phase. Take as many courses as you want. It is one of the several types of Fengwei lamps, the preferred period for lighting decoration. Next, let's talk about egg sprouts. The first egg sprout,
August S28, January 3.
Colorful lanterns run along flowing water. First, the first line introduces the library. This is it. The official ADA server WS2812 region is a custom. The complex, unsolved underlying layer continues to be linked with codes. We don't need to study single types of reality ourselves. Just drop into the code tree to control the light strip.
Next, we define the relevant taste count.
First, the year we die. Sheet strap data for audio angle is ESP-CRS. I/O oral recognition test. Sound horn. This is the number of Dengdai pearl species. It must match your actual number of registered pearls. Otherwise, some of the pearls may not light up. The issue of chaotic animation. This line of data is Dengdai's global brightness, and the range is the leading AOWU. Here, set it to Wu for extreme brightness, which doesn't look too similar.
At times, the public account was lowered.
This prevents excessive current from burning out the development version. Atsushi replaced the target with a strike. Here are two key parameters.
You must pay a batch fee for your light strip.
Otherwise, color confusion may occur. The issue of LEDs not lighting up. First, the order of the lamp beads. Color sequence. Color order of the LED beads.
Around me are WS28R20.
All are in GRB order. A few older models use RGB sequence. The color is off. You can just adjust the number of warehouses. This is communication processing. The WS2812 is designed for 2.2 kHz. The older WS2812 model is 复分率 kHz. Evidence corresponding to the region. Next, when I see the truth, I shout. First, speak the truth and speak well. Porter Green wants 5200. Print system startup information.
This is to set the pin band for global brightness.
This also says we only need to start with the beginning.
This also says you only need to call it once during initialization.
Mechanism and hammer. Ordinary calls affect the smoothness of dynamics. Loosen the horse is to clear all focused shadow and color data. Set all lights to new mode. Avoid the use of light strips in the sent electric beam area.
Shape points show up very quickly.
This is the core code number for WSR/BIR control.
We will set up all the other lamp tables for performance.
Are only stored in the memory of the individual device. You must call to show up quickly. This is why data is sent to the pin tape first through a single group. Refresh the display status of the needle beads. Finally, we use the wound to print the relevant information. Seeing the main ring is very close. The logic of the main ring is very simple. This is the wind-mounted type for loop fishing. Cover the outer tray with the number of needle balls. The first time was the colors of the 4 dragons: red, green, blue, and yellow. Then to the west, the so-called Pearl Shield Guard and 500 red miao, red, starting from scratch, Xuanban. Among them is Giving color. The inherent color of the warehouse is deeply extended, skillful and skillful. Enter the 3 numbers red, green, and orchid. This allows for deep extension of the ribbon, allowing for other small 2-digit color numbers. According to, we don't need to do the data conversion ourselves. Next, let's look at the Russian animation spell holder by HelloWack. This is the soul-containing technique that achieves the flow of water and the reduction of fire. First, let's look at 2 parameters. The first is KLO. These are the colors to be displayed. Weitun is the Jiangzhiyan stone of Meikidenju.
Every LED bead made into a convenient ring light strip.
The good horse will automatically or define the type of light bead. Later, you don't need to change the number of LED beads here. Horse. Next, the color of each set LED bead is called once.
There is no need to refine fresh scholars for residence.
Just add a magnetic research and you'll be able to do it. Achieves the effect of tapping each piece of flowing water lit up one by one. Fruit. Next is the wiring for experiment First is the Conquest aircraft. When connected, follow the direction of the angle at the evening chamber end. Let's take a little more time to unset noon. Following the experiment, Xu Huan left water. Yi, sublime, successful. Let's look at the experiment. At the start of the experiment, 3 libraries are introduced into the palm.
They are respectively
DH, Y5, EASF system is a good site to the Y5's library. Y5G is glorious. The underlying logic of network communication. No need to go over. We write a miscellaneous network protocol. The second is Henye's most commonly used MQTT client. Enables the publishing and subscription of MQTT messages. It was a misconnection project and a hard work. Almost all misconnected devices will have missing points. This consideration is exactly the same as the first version of the code used to drive WS and Abidjan agents. Next, let's look at the parameter definitions. First, the first 2 lines are about the famous feud against YFI and YFI's password. Next is the MQTT core operations. just at the host stage.
周赖 the king of public MQTT services.
Position. Globally universal. You don't need to set up your own server. You can do it directly. Use.
MQTT is the unique ID for many customers.
You must become the one and only one of your child's makers. It cannot be duplicated by users worldwide. Otherwise, the jacking connection may be disconnected and messages cannot be accepted. Problem. It is recommended to add your own name. These two lines. The solution is to create Wi-Fi CUDA and MQTT customers and object concepts for building MQTT communication and Wi-Fi networks. It is the foundation of MQTT communication. This is the Chaoeasy project. 日2 official standard colors supported. Kaleo Labs is the name of the color. Kaleo is gentle and corresponds to red. Minor values. After receiving 2 arrays at UE8, the color name is received. This allows you to quickly skip and match the corresponding RGB values. Achieve color. Replacement of the needle tape. Next, we are the first to become popular. The silver foot of the needle strap is the same as the first edition. Here, we changed the number of registrations to 8 categories.
You can also modify it yourself.
Next, help me switch the trade. First, switch to the serial port. Port route is required to 520.0. Finally printed the YWU neutral connection.
MQTT message content is easy to debug.
Next, call it. This line of code is configured for MQTT support. Set the address and port of the subsidiary. The final discussion of the MQTT Inc. protocol port is first and third. At the same time, set messages to return the shout count.
As soon as you receive an MQTT message, the system will automatically drop this message.
Finally, the lead actor in the light strip light lamp tests the backlight cold hard surface. The call number is wavelength connection. Responsible for wavelength connection and wheel hanger mainband setup. Top tier process wand printing at the top. Let's see the program running. After top tier innovation, ESP sale or the local network IP ground key for the channel. Or confirm that the YWU top tier is normal. This call is a message pullback call. It is also the domain of the entire project. Let me give you a breakdown first.
Let me explain MQTTI's publish-subscribe model.
RMQTTI is like a radio station. The RMQTTI server is a radio station. The theme is Chalice means a broadcast channel. This is our ESP3D monthly channel. As long as the station has new broadcast content, it will automatically push the message to ESP3R. This triggers the sum of the callback. No need for us to repeatedly check and proclaim in cycles. It's all about efficiency improvements. This is also the most commonly used communication module in pollution interconnection projects. Next, this includes MPTT disconnection and heavy face, signed with a signature. This is key to ensuring the stability of Shabay's maturity and pre-execution. When the Wi-Fi disconnects and the MPTT device disconnects the caller, it will operate automatically. My form has become a heavy face after the zero collection succeeded. Monthly inserts and pulls a SIM. This prevents the social blanket from being restored once the bottom line is reached. This egg mango is for color performance and judgment. Responsible for performing the name, color quality, and color of the tire strap. Convenient circulation of XR standard colors, and you can combine the received color rendering names with the name of the color rendering. Data. Compare with names in the numeral family.
After a successful PI of scraps, it circulates to facilitate all other pearls.
Set the corresponding RGB color for each bead. The The E-capsule refreshes colors. Refresh E-explanation to complete the color switch. Finally, you see the main new ring-shaped tree. The main area is a new ring-shaped tree. The logic is very clear. First, check the MQT Link-J heavy carbon connector.
If the wire is broken, call the multi-line ring tree.
Ensures the device is always online.
Fishing with MQTT.
Kill unrecorded blessings. This is the core statement of the library. It must be used frequently for fishing in Lufuli. It is responsible for handling new jumping cells in MQTT. Message reception. Chonglian and others conducted backstage papers. Not fishing with this shout. You won't get it. MQT message. Beginners must pay attention. Next, let's take a closer look at how it can be implemented. They borrowed it themselves. Everyone saw the wound and the stone tools. First, print the YFI link connector information. Continuous printing point. YFI link will soon show successful connection. Print the local IPD value of the ESF320.
Then start trying to connect the MQTT over Howler.
Soon, it showed connect.
This indicates that the vehicle has been connected for printing.
DI and the Chalet theme. Let's take a look. Phenomena. Nutu Dandai appears in blue. You can visit Chalet's installation website.
Or MQT Sheba Assistant.
The web light theme is sent to the color box. Send red. The lamp bulb can be red. 两空呢? The more it appears in the Grui lamp tube, the more likely it is to be a Rui color. Here is the official website of Quanao Lights. Everyone can give it a try. This concludes the lesson.